What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Arrow Season 5, Episode 15, Fighting Fire with Fire. What an awesome episode this week. Very good. I actually thought it was going to be a filler based on the trailer. So the premise of the whole episode is Oliver Queen, Mayor Queen versus the court. They're trying to impeach him for covering up the death of Detective Malone, which, if you remember, it was Arrow who actually did it himself. So Adrian Chase basically handed his resignation in and became Oliver's Queen's repped him, basically became his lawyer, in other words. So we got some Bratva kind of flashbacks which seen Oliver in the hood breaking into Kovar's kind of laptop, and then we'll go over later what actually happened. So Mr. Terrific, don't really like the character still. He's not really going anywhere. He's not doing anything, but he is making some pretty cool devices. So the Vigilante and Prometheus will be in this episode. So it's kind of the marketing around this episode was based around Oliver going up against the court, but I think that was kind of misdirecting you because literally most of the episode wasn't spent inside the courtroom. So we found out that the kind of medical examiner basically changed the actual overall outcome of what happened on the mayor's kind of decision. So they come out of court and we see Adrian Chase. Now this is the important part. So Adrian Chase is seen with Oliver before Oliver, Lance, I think Thea get into the limo, and then the Vigilante appears. So everyone thinks the Vigilante is Adrian Chase, but I don't think this is actually the case because they wouldn't really do that. So what doesn't make sense here is they all get into a fight with with the Vigilante, and they all kick, and Vigilante kicks all their asses, which doesn't really make sense seeing as Thea is a kick-ass assassin. She's so good. I mean, Oliver had to kind of hold back because he's the mayor and he can't let anyone see him, even though it is pretty obvious who the Arrow is. And then Vigilante kind of disappears, and Dinah Drake found a specimen from his suit. So Adrian Chase appears and tells him that he's got to have his concussion looked over because he's not technically the mayor at the moment. And then what an interesting part is, Adrian Chase takes the specimen off him, which makes people go, oh my god, Adrian Chase is the Vigilante. But that's not actually what happened, as we know. So then we see Team Arrow, they go out looking for the Vigilante. But then this is the interesting part. So the Vigilante and Prometheus are both fighting for who's taking out Oliver. And then obviously Prometheus, as he's the big bad of the season, destroys the Vigilante pretty easy, chucks him off the top of the building. And then what's interesting is it's Adrian Chase. But that wasn't actually that surprising, seeing as I made a video not only a few days ago where people discredited me for actually saying it's Adrian Chase. So Adrian Chase actually is Prometheus. I thought this was a bit of a red herring, but we see in the trailer for the next episode that he actually is Prometheus. So Prometheus is Adrian Chase. So the question now will be, comment down below, guys, who is the Vigilante? So very, very interesting. So then we get another flashback to Russia. This wasn't really that interesting. Oliver in the hood breaks into Kovar's house, gets the laptop, and basically shows him that I can't remember, the guy who's in charge of Bratva at the moment is basically holding 40 million from him, and then basically Anatolia becomes the Bratva captain, and this will actually lead on to Oliver fighting Kovar, who we've seen in the actual kind of season before the season started. So Mr. Terrific, or Mr. Terrible, however you look at him, comes up with a device on how to track the Vigilante. So the Vigilante is setting up to take out Oliver. Oliver is gonna give some speech, but before that, Team Arrow take out the Vigilante, and interesting enough, it's actually Mr. Terrific with his little gadget that takes him out. I just don't really get this Mr. Terrific character. He's useless at fighting. He's supposed to be an ex-Olympian. He's just taken back to being Colt. I can't even remember his name. I can't even remember his name. That's how much I don't pay attention to the actual character. But his character that isn't the kind of Mr. Terrific. So Oliver gives a speech basically saying the Green Arrow is a terrorist. He is not a hero. He's an anti-hero. Not anti-hero, sorry. He's a villain. So basically he kind of outs himself indirectly. And then Susan Williams and him get together. They get back. She realizes that he had nothing to do with it. He tells Felicity to kind of basically sort out the fucking problem that she fucking made. So that's what happens, which is kind of cool. And then the next scene I didn't see coming, which is kind of cool actually, was Adrian Chase, the Prometheus, actually kidnaps Susan Williams. So that kind of clarified who she is. And also, yeah, I missed this out at the end. Felicity joins Helix Group. Helix Group is the big hacking association. So I guess this could lead to a massive scenario where Felicity ends up in jail, or Felicity has to leave Arrow. But seeing as Mark Guggenheim bums her and is obsessed with her, I can't see this actually happening. But somehow she'll get out of it. So guys, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about what's going on? Are you happy that Adrian Chase is actually Prometheus, like your boy Warstu said last week? If you don't believe me, I'll leave the link and I'll put a card to that actual video, as I'm very happy with myself as I got it right. But I was technically wrong because it's not his alter ego, it's just him. So Arrow for me this year at the moment is the strongest show of them all. But if you look at the viewings, it's got the lowest ratings, which is crazy, seeing as Arrow is better than Supergirl in my opinion. And it's kind of, I mean, I put Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow on the same kind of wavelength, but the Flash for me will always be top. So guys, I will be doing a bonus video about Adrian Chase actually being Prometheus in more depth and kind of what I think his motivations and stuff like that are about. Like always guys, please like, subscribe and comment if you want to. I'm not asking you to, I'm not one of these tubers that kind of beg for likes, but if you want to like, just hit that like or not. So guys, I will be back up later on with my breakdown for the next episode, which sadly is on a break. It's not back to the 15th of March, but I understand this because they've got to have the season finale the same week as the Flash. So the Flash and Arrow actually have to be on the same number episode, or else it just doesn't make any sense for the CW. Anyway guys, catch you in another one. Peace.